not have gotten exposure to. So I like to think of our product, we're for the average everyday person, but our product doesn't include fragrance, it doesn't include animal byproducts. We try to use all natural ingredients from Newfoundland and Labrador as much as possible, and then products we bring in are organic, pesticide-free, and they've really endorsed that, and they've given me a platform to sell it so that the average everyday person can afford to buy a really good high-end product. So this is Sobeys Long Pond, and they have Indigenous skincare. They support local companies all the time. This is our very first store. It's a very special store to me, and the staff here are awesome. I just want to say thank you, Sobeys.
Insurance is a pain in the neck, we'll say. Back when my father was running the company, it wasn't such a large issue, but over the past 3 or 4 years, there's been an astronomical jump in the rates of insurance, almost $10,000 per car per year. And that comes directly off mine and any other broker that works for me, that comes right off their bottom line. We got together as an industry, a province-wide industry, and got the attention of the Justice Department and of government for regulation. The PUB as well was in on that meeting. We showed them that where we're lumped into facility insurance, there's no options for us, so they're basically able to charge what they want based on the amount of claims that are showing up in the industry. And not only is our industry feeling the effects of insurance hikes, I mean the public is too. It's just the insurance industry here in Newfoundland there's no cap on soft tissue damage. There's no, there's other solutions like province-regulated insurance. The PUB basically sets the price of insurance based on the amount of claims that go through. And we have we've had, besides group meetings, we've had individual meetings with members of government with hopes of getting some concrete guidelines of what we actually want or what we can look forward to in the future. So the government has already said they're doing an industry review. That should be coming to a conclusion very soon, actually. From what we know, should be in the next couple of months, we'll find out. Now, it probably won't mean an instant rollback of insurance, but over time, if we can get the insurance, half of what it is, a third of what it is, it's still expensive, but it's much more economical for the industry. We're seeing a lot of people shut shop because of the insurance premiums, and I've seen it on my stand, and I'm not the only one.
Nobody's been spending money in the last couple of years, and it filters through the industry. Well, fortunately, we have some long-term contracts, so that kept us going, although it wasn't as lucrative as previous years because of extra things being done, but at least that kept us alive, having the long-term contracts. It's good to see Coast Guard coming back here. I mean, our Coast Guard was, just non-existent for a while here, and now that they're coming back, setting up, that's really good. I have to work really hard now to put the company more back on its feet. So I got a lot of proposals to do. I have to work really long hours. I work till midnight most nights. Yeah. I don't have one right-hand person. I have a few people in the company that helps me at different things. Like I have a different person that helps me with the oceanography, a different person in the weather, a different person in biology, because people have different skills. And I have to know a little bit about everything.
Hi, my name is Nancy Healy. I'm the CEO of the St. John's Board of Trade, your go-to place for business. If you have a business problem, looking to hire new talent, succession planning, we're here to help. Give our Director of Business Solutions a call at 726-2961.
This portion of Entrepreneur Nailed has been brought to you by Hickey's Timber Mart, Big Red Electric, and Dream Kitchens.
Hickey's Timber Mart for all your home construction and renovation projects, offering fast next-day delivery and Air Miles Reward Miles too. Hickey's Timber Mart, Harbor Main, CBS, and Torbay Road.
Hi, my name is Steve Bannister, and I'm with Good Karma Coffee. I sell fresh roasted coffee in micro batches, mainly at craft fairs right now because I have a very small roaster. I want to get a bigger roaster, and of course, you just can't do that unless you get organized. And for any entrepreneurs out there or anyone who's entrepreneurial minded, you know, to get organized is a challenge because you go madly off in all directions. If you want to get in the business, you got to get organized. And to get organized, talk to Leslie. I can't stress it enough.
David and I are just really, really close, best friends, confide in each other for everything. We're our go-to wedding date for each other if you don't have a boyfriend at the time. And yeah, just like the person that you call with news for anything, or you need advice on something, or if I'm in a relationship and I need a guy's perspective on something, he's my go-to guy. And we also have a very similar like business mind, so we can talk for hours and hours about things that most people think are really boring, but we just thrive off that. I've heard like some rumors, we'll say, from like people that like know that I know you, and then they want like the inside scoop, so you can tell that they're like poking, like trying to see what's up. And I just play really dumb. I'm like, really? Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
it's
I
hard.
know.
It's hard to address.
But it's like it's a really weird thing, because like I don't know what messaging you want out there, so I don't want to like throw you under the bus. So I just like play along of like, oh yeah, first I heard of it, huh?
Yeah, it's like Lacey wants us to address it and do a post being like, we're not closing the 5th ticket. And I said, well, I don't want to do that because
It might be.
well, you never know, right? I mean, if this doesn't work, we could. Also, it's kind of weird to just say, hey, we're not closing.
Yeah.
Like when we never posted that we were.
Yeah, and especially the people that have not heard those rumors, they'd be like, what?
Yeah.
Did
So
something happen, you know?
yeah, so that's kind of weird too.
Or the haters be like, see, I knew that place was crap.
Yeah, exactly. There's no haters. It's not like beneath it. So I said it'd be funny to do a video of, so I walk into the restaurant, Lacey's there packing up stuff, like forks and knives, plates and stuff, and then I'd be like, what are you doing? It's like, thought we were closing. Like, no, we're not.
That's really funny.
Like, where did you hear that, right?
That's really funny.
Yeah, just a quick video of just like pretending that she thinks we're closing and me like close it off. And I was like, that'd be an interesting way to address it.
And then
just
you'd be
both
like,
of us
no, we're
look at
not.
the
And then what
camera.
does she say, though?
I was like, oh.
And then
we
start
just
unpacking.
Yeah. And just both of us look at the camera and be like, sorry.
He's really brought a community together. I love the way that he's incorporated local businesses in everything that he does. He's really made like a meaningful impact on the economy here and in people's lives.
Let's move this way so it's right out of the way. Okay, Holly.
Do you need help moving anything?
No, we're good.
Where I am, I'm just like, I need to have like lines that are sort of delineating.
Are the roses too set up looking?
How fantastic for you to be building this thing that is kind of not something that's just, you know, inspired by Amanda, but this is very you.
You are so goddamn good.
This is very you. It is.
It is very me.
Yeah, yeah. It's your essence.
It is my essence.
Yep.
I love it. You know my
And it's always been your essence, because ever since I can remember, and we've known each other since we were born, you have been picking flowers and making perfume and picking rose petals and boiling them on the stove ever since you could turn on the stove top. It's true, right? I know. It is. It's like everything culminates with this product.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
We feel really good about doing this.
Yeah.
It is very me.
I'm very excited to be part of your thing.
Thanks.
Because I think it's gonna do very well, because it's beautiful.
Yeah. If you need to hand this to me, I got a few drivers there.
Now we're 5 or 6 hours.
Okay, cool.
All right, sir.
Thanks, Stevie.
Yeah, thanks.
So Stevie, he runs the garage operation now and will be coordinating all the maintenance and stuff like that. He's also got a couple cars on up at the stand, so he'll be able to get his work done here as well. He's a good guy. He always worked for my dad. I mean, at least 10, 15 years he's been working for my dad, or was working for my dad before I took over. I mean, me and Stevie get along pretty well. He's a good guy.
My name is Steve Hannaford. I'm fleet manager at Jiffy. I look after 38 vehicles. I keep drivers in them. I make sure they're repaired. When one goes off, I got to get another one to replace it. It's my job, vehicles and drivers. That's it, Brett. Only for problems, none of us will have a job. Only for problems, none of us will have a job. Tom was a good man. One of the best men you'll ever meet. Cold shivers now thinking about him. Try not to tear up, but it's hard to do. Tom was an honest man. If he couldn't help you, he sure wouldn't hurt you. He was, you know, Tom used to have these sayings, you know, happiness is wanting what you have, not having what you want. And, you know, he was just so honest and easy to get along with. And if he needed you to do something for him, he'd ask. He'd always be pleased and thank you, and that's just the way he was. It was his nature. He was mild, meek. You know, the man could have driven what he wanted, could have had all this bling, but no, he had what he had, and the vehicles he drove there was never anything new. He didn't care about that stuff. Material things didn't matter to him at all. He was just a good, hard-working, honest man.
So my name is Tom Cooper. I'm a faculty member at the Memorial University, Faculty of Business Administration. I've been here, I've been a mentor with FutureMinter about 8 years. I've mentored about 5 different entrepreneurs, and I've spoken to a lot of other ones just in terms of providing them with some advice. As a developmental lender, they're there to develop your idea and develop your business, and they're going to give you good advice. They're going to not just say, hey, we have money, we're going to give it to you. They're going to say, this is where you should be putting your time and effort into it as well. And that's not every organization is like that. So they're not only cheerleaders, but they're also sometimes put on the brakes in terms of good ideas and sometimes bad ideas as well. So I think that's the great thing about it. They're hands-on, straightforward, honest, and great organization to deal with.
This portion of Entrepreneur Nell has been brought to you by Hot Tub Pros, Canadian Energy, and Home Shield Insulation.
Hey, this is Dave from Hot Tub Pros. Welcome to our brand new location, 835 Topsail Road, Mount Pearl. Hot Tub Pros, your exclusive dealer for beachcomber hot tubs and Spa Marvel, the revolutionary all-natural hot tub water treatment. We're excited and are celebrating our new location with an amazing sale event. Ask us about our 6 months, 0 deposit, 0 interest, and 0 payment event. Up to $5,300 in savings. Hot Tub Pros, 835 Topsail Road, Mount Pearl.
Hi, I'm Dwayne from DNA Contracting. We do everything from your foundation to the last nail in your trim and everything in between. From turnkey homes to additions to complete kitchen renovations, stonework, and much more. We're not happy until you're happy. Please call us for your quote today.
This message has been brought to you by Rigid Power Tools. Powerful, durable, professional. Entrepreneur Nell would like to congratulate Massage Ninja on their new business endeavors. Look out for Massage Ninja, mobile massage unit in your neighborhood.
Now, with breast cancer, we have finished synthesizing the molecule, so now we can make it artificially, and we're doing the testing on animals with that now. But as well, we put the structure of the molecule on a software platform that compared it through software with all the medical research done in the past, and it's called In Silico Studies, and it came back with very positive results. The results showed that it worked on all the major organs for cancer, and it was particularly good for brain cancer. And because the pathway was the central nervous system, it also inhibited Parkinson's and Huntington's. Now that's software, so we have to go back in the lab and do assays and stuff to test things. Once the mechanism of action studies are done, we have to do toxicity studies on animals for long term, and then we're ready to start planning clinical trials with humans.
Uber, they were in the market in Halifax, and Halifax is roughly 1 million people in their municipality, and it never really took off. I don't think the drivers were able to turn a profit in such a small market. As well, I don't think as an Uber driver, you can actually make enough to pay the insurance premiums that you need. And I would say a lot of the people that are driving Ubers probably don't have the proper passenger insurance, you know, which opens up a whole other case, or a whole other can of liability and accountability. And if you get into an accident without any coverage, I mean, you can be taken into cleaners. You know, you might have to claim bankruptcy to cover the costs of, you know, the injured person. Whereas we're all fully licensed within the city of St. John's, and we have the proper insurance. You know, it's a dicey spot, and like we're a much smaller case than Halifax, right? And if they can't make a go of it in Halifax, you know, the likelihood of them coming here and making a go of it is, you know, is even smaller.
We're here at Oceans Limited, filming for Entrepreneur Now with CEO Judith Bobbitt. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine today.
Did you have a good time with us so far filming for the show?
I'm not used to this, so I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we had a great time. So what do you do here for in your business? It's research, it's...
Well, we're a service company to the oil industry. We do work in physical oceanography. We measure icebergs. We do biomonitoring. We do oceanography.
Cool. And we're excited having you on Entrepreneur Now. And we're continuing now our tour of the building. But yeah, so exciting times here today. Roger's here, we're filming and everything like that. So anyways, have a good day, and we will see you on the television next.
Whenever.
Yeah.
You know, inside or outside the design house, living on the edge of the Atlantic definitely creates a strong sense of community. Home is in our hearts, and we're driven by our love of place. Our neighbors, the businesses that we work with, both big and small, and the people that we help support, from not-for-profits to the arts, startups, social enterprises, and more. Community brings us together, and it keeps us looking forward. And why? Well, to help our clients, our team, and our community to grow. And for us, that's what it means to brand better.
This portion of Entrepreneur Now has been brought to you by Freshie, Cooper's Heating Solutions, and Bins on Demand.
You are never too small to export. We live in a small corner of the world, so connecting elsewhere is an important growth strategy for any business in Newfoundland and Labrador. Export strategies can range from taking a look at your suite of products or services to diversifying your market. It's never too early to explore market development opportunities internationally. Connect with us at www.enlo.org.
So, here we are at the Jack Byrne Arena. It happens every year. This is the 44th annual Christmas Craft Fair of all cultural craft artists across Newfoundland and Labrador, and even some from further away. It's my favorite show. We do very few shows. This is my absolute favorite. We showcase all of our bath and body, all of our skincare, body care. In our new booth, we're so happy with the booth. It was so busy all day, and we finally had a little break. And here now, people are just mulling around and checking out all of the booths and talking to all the artisans and enjoying the feeling of community more than anything, and leading up to the Christmas holidays. So support local crafts, support local restaurants, support local skincare, and we love you, and we'll see you again soon.
First, I was kind of consulting for a marketing firm, or not a marketing firm, it's a tech firm called Fitix. It's a food inventory management software for restaurants. Natural fit for me, coming from the restaurant industry and the sales and marketing industry. So I'm coming in there. I'm one of the only ones there right now that's had a ton of restaurant experience. So it's good for the development of the application. I have a lot of ideas for it. I know how to think as a franchisee, a franchisor, and an independent. So this is where all the coding gets done. It's pretty neat little room. How's it going, guys? Good. Surprise. I don't see any indication that things are turning around in the next couple of years. So I do think long term we're in good shape. I mean, I heard rumors of a big oil find offshore recently from another company that hasn't been here yet. So they're going to come in with a lot of employees, a lot of work. There's a lot of opportunities in the future here and stuff. I mean, even in the tech industry that's blowing up here, and that's what I'm part of now. So, it's not all doom and gloom, but it's not the best time to be operating kind of like what I consider is something that is a choice to go spend money at an expensive restaurant. So I don't think I'm going to be the only one getting out of it, to be quite honest, from what I'm hearing. So we'll see.
Production support of this program has been brought to you by Concrete Products.